The F-35 boosts economic growth while strengthening national security and global relationships. It is the world's most deadly, survivable, and linked fighter aircraft, providing pilots an advantage over any attacker and allowing them to complete their mission and return home safely. The F-35 is crucial to retaining air superiority for decades to come as adversaries progress and aging aircraft age. Hello and welcome to our channel. In this video, we are talking about the 5 reasons if you try to fight an F-35, you're basically dead. Without further ado, let's get into the video. The F-35 fighter jet can outperform all other countries' tactical aircraft. Although prime contractor Lockheed Martin has always expressed confidence in the F-35, a small group of detractors continues to criticize the fighter, claiming outmoded or just incorrect reasons. The critics fail to see that the F-35 is one of this generation's most significant technological achievements, a program that will ensure worldwide air superiority for the US and its allies until the mid-century. It will also ensure that aerospace remains the most dynamic export industry in the US. Over a dozen international customers will contribute tens of billions of dollars in trade revenues and tens of thousands of employees to the F-35. The plane has never lost a competition when it competed against other fighter planes. The F-35's victory, however, is overshadowed by the way news is conveyed. The latest development, good or bad, is frequently highlighted in program coverage, but this overlooks the steady progress made over the 16 years since the development contract was first awarded, as well as the high priority that 3 U.S. military services have consistently assigned the program through multiple presidential administrations. As a result, what follows is a quick rundown of 5 key achievements that show the F-35 program has been a huge success. The specs. The F-35, which was built from the bottom up with minimal visibility in mind, may be the stealthiest fighter in the world today. It is powered by a single F-135 engine that delivers 40,000 pounds of thrust. With an afterburner active, the elegant yet hefty fighter can reach speeds of Mach 1.6. When operating in disputed airspace, the aircraft may carry 4 weapons inside, or 6 extra weapons attached to exterior hardpoints when flying in low-risk areas. To reduce radar returns, the F-35A has an internal 4-barrel, 25mm rotary gun concealed behind a tiny door. 2 AIM-120CD air-to-air missiles and 2 1,000-pound GBU-32 JDAM guided bombs are standard weaponry on all 3 F-35 models, allowing the F-35 to engage both airborne and ground-based targets. Lockheed Martin has created a new internal weapons carriage that will ultimately allow the plane to carry 2 more missiles. In the cockpit of the F-35, enormous touchscreens and a helmet-mounted display system replace the litany of gauges and screens present in earlier generations of fighters, allowing the pilot to see real-time information. The F-35's Distributed Aperture System, or DAS, and an array of 6 infrared cameras strategically deployed around the aircraft allow the pilot to view right through the aircraft. If you were to go back to the year 2000 and somebody said, "I can build an airplane that is stealthy and has vertical takeoff and landing capabilities and can go supersonic," most people in the industry would have said that's impossible. Tom Burbidge, Lockheed's general manager for the program from 2000 to 2013, told the New York Times, "The technology to bring all of that together into a single platform was beyond the reach of the industry at that time." Testing. The F-35 program completed the most extensive flight test program in aviation history in 2019. The 3 fighter versions being manufactured for the Air Force, Navy, and Marine Corps have flown 8,000 times to assess their performance and have yet to encounter a single flaw. Each variation has satisfied all of the F-35's signature stealth standards, making it by far the most survivable fighter ever created. Sensor fusion, networked operations, and other elements have been rigorously tested and retested, ensuring that in aerial encounters, the planes will always sight first and fire first. The Navy version's tests were the most successful at sea trials the military has ever had. Operations. The F-35 has been in service with the Marine Corps for 2 years and the Air Force for 1 year. F-35s have been dispatched to Japan, where they recently participated in military drills with the South Korean military, and Europe, where they participated in exercises across the continent. Israel is the only Middle Eastern government that has been approved to purchase the F-35. More than 200 F-35s have been delivered, with 600 more planned by 2020. At 12 operating bases, over 400 pilots and 4,000 maintainers have been trained. The Air Force version recorded a kill ratio of more than 20-to-1 versus hostile aircraft during recent red flag exercises, despite being available over 90% of the time. The F-35 can reach speeds of Mach 1.6 and carry a 4-weapon internal payload without affecting its stealth. The processing capability of the F-35, not its weaponry, is what makes the difference. It's why F-35s have earned the nicknames quarterbacks in the sky and computers that fly. Cost. In 2019, the Air Force version of the F-35, which is being purchased by most allies, is expected to cost $85 million. At present prices, the newest version of legacy aircraft like the F-16 costs around that much, or about 10 minutes of federal spending. It's also cheaper than the advertised price of a 737 MAX, Boeing's smallest next-generation airliner. The peak year for F-35 production is 2026, when all 3 domestic military services will have fighters for less than a single day's worth of federal spending, $13.6 billion versus $17.5 billion. If present trends continue, the jets might become even more affordable. The cost of the Air Force version of the F-35 has dropped by 12% in the previous 2 manufacturing batches. Demand. The F-35, as it is now known, was designed to satisfy the needs of various combat units with a single, highly capable aircraft. Pentagon authorities hoped that the new Joint Strike Fighter would simplify logistical supply lines, maintenance, and training. It would also use stealth technology similar to those used on the F-22. Since the program's inception in 2001, Washington has remained committed to purchasing 2,457 F-35s. If the application had met serious issues, this would not be the case. It's rare for 3 services to keep to a strategy across the course of 16 presidential administrations. Moreover, practically all of the initial foreign partners have stayed on board, and many new participants have joined the initiative, including Denmark, Israel, Japan, and South Korea. Canada is the only country that has hesitated, and it will almost certainly return once it realizes the benefits of purchasing a highly survivable fighter used by most of its critical allies. The F-35 has established itself as the worldwide gold standard for next-generation air power. Pilots who have flown the F-35 provide the most compelling evidence of its superiority. The aircraft demonstrated exceptional performance throughout its initial sea trials, the Navy reported after the first at-sea trials of the carrier version. More recently, a squadron commander who participated in last year's Northern Lightning exercise told an in-house Air Force publication, "I couldn't ask for anything better. It's like fighting somebody with their hands tied behind their backs." Another pilot flying adversary aircraft in the exercise remarked, "We just can't see them like they can see us. It can feel like you are out there with a blindfold on." The F-35 is often regarded as considerably superior to legacy jets by pilots. There has never been an aircraft that provides as much situational awareness as the F-35, Major Justin Hazard-Lee, an Air Force F-35 pilot instructor, tells Popular Mechanics. In combat, situational awareness is worth its weight in gold. Many have questioned whether the F-35 is a game-changing platform or a case study in the Pentagon's weapon acquisition excesses for nearly its entire life. Consider the example of 2 prize boxers if you're looking for a metaphor to describe what the F-35 brings to America's military. The next-generation competitor packs more punch, has a longer range, and is more aware of its surroundings. But he also possesses something else that changes the game. He is imperceptible to his opponent. He can't see his opponent landing a blow, no matter how well trained he is. As a result, he's out before the first round is over. That's why the F-35 is a game-changer, the only plane capable of keeping America's adversaries at bay for another generation. It's not just the combined forces' finest air power choice. It's also the only one that works in regions like Eastern Europe and Northeast Asia. And there you have it, the 5 reasons if you try to fight an F-35, you're basically dead. What do you think about this F-35 fighter jet? Please let us know in the comments section if there are things we miss in our video. But before you leave, please leave us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell for more amazing content. Thanks for tuning in. See you at the next one. Goodbye.